You've got red on you. Hello everyone, and welcome to day 3 of Terrorthon, Perfect Posters. As the title implies, we're going to be looking at some iconic horror movie posters today. The word iconic is thrown around a lot these days, but these posters very much exemplify the meaning of the word. If you've seen these posters, you never forget them. They tell you everything you need to know about the movie, they look good, they're great. Now, these posters don't necessarily speak to the quality of the movies themselves. We're purely critiquing the posters and some of my personal favourites. We've got a mix of classic posters, unknown ones, completely unknown ones, and some silly ones as well. So let's get right into it with The Creature Walks Among Us. I can take this movie or leave it, but I think this is a pretty good looking poster. It reminds me of King Kong almost. Although, what the hell kind of name is Rex Reason? Then we've got Halloween. Now, we can't do a video on posters without talking about this. It's not totally representative of the movie. Michael Myers doesn't wear a pumpkin on his face, but you know, everyone has seen this poster. Everyone knows the movie as well they should. Then we've got House on Haunted Hill, a bit of an unknown one. It received a remake in the early 2000s, which was dog shit, but the original is a bona fide classic, and it's also in the public domain, so you can watch it on YouTube right now, and I recommend it. Great poster. Jaws. Again, everyone in the world has seen this poster, so there's not really a lot I can add, so moving on. Then we've got The Mummy. All of the Mummy movie posters are pretty good now that I think about it, but the original is always best. Back in the 30s, 40s and before even, a lot of posters were hand-drawn art and they looked fantastic, and this is a prime example of that. Then we've got Beetlejuice. Is this horror? I think so, technically. In the 80s you got a lot of posters that looked a lot like this, very fun, very tongue-in-cheek. John Hughes movies posters looked a lot like this, and yeah, this is a very good one. I've got A Nightmare on Elm Street. I didn't want to include this because it seemed too obvious, but I mean, look at it, it's fantastic. And it doesn't give too much of the movie away. It just enough to entice you to watch it, and that's exactly what a poster should do. And we got Alice, Sweet Alice. This is a movie that is not talked about as much as it should be. It's really, really good. And the poster here is perfect. It's very creepy. It gives nothing away of the story, really. And yeah, if you've not seen this movie, you should go check it out. An Army of Darkness. This reminds me a lot of the Doom poster. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if this was the direct inspiration for it. Like, this is just so badass. And there's so much going on. Look at the little tiny ashes poking them with a fork on top of the tire. Like, you can look at this poster and find something new every time. It's just fantastic. Now, I'd never heard of this movie before. I've never seen it either, but I just think that's so funny. Look at her face, man. She's, I can't even tell what emotion she's supposed to be portraying. If that's supposed to be fear, she needs to find a new profession. Spider Baby. Now, you may look at this and go, that's not a very good poster, but for me personally, when I first saw this poster, I was enticed. I thought, what on earth is this? It looks like something Charles Manson would have directed. I'm not sure what I mean by that, but I don't know. And the movie's actually okay, by the way. Now, again, I'd never heard of this movie. This was all in research for this video that I saw this one. This is fantastic. This is just popping art. It looks so good. And again, so much going on. Like, you can look in every corner and see something interesting. I actually kind of want to see this movie just based on this poster alone. And it's done its job, hasn't it? Then we got A Tale of Two Sisters. I've only seen the remake of this, which is called The Uninvited, I believe. I only watched it because I'm kind of in love with Emily Browning. Not so much anymore, but I used to be obsessed. But yeah, this poster, very good. I would like to see this original movie from South Korea, because again, the poster is very enticing. Then we get Candyman. Reminds me a lot of the Resident Evil stuff from the early PS1 days. The movie is pretty good too, and yeah, it's simple but effective. A good one. And then we've got another Clive Barker poster with Hellraiser. I have a memory of seeing this in the video store when I was like 6, 7, maybe even younger, and just being terrified. Like, I do not want to see a movie with that character in it. And I was right, this movie's horrifying. In a good way, I guess. Then we get Fright Night. This reminds me a lot of Goosebumps books covers. This is just iconic, as I was saying earlier. This defines iconic. A lot of people haven't seen the movie, but they recognise the poster. Me being one of them, I hadn't seen the movie till way after I saw the poster. It's just phenomenal. A work of art, truly. Now, okay, I obviously never shut up about this movie, so we'll do this real quick. But just look at it, it's great, okay? Moving on. Scanners. Again, kind of like Hellraiser. This is like, whoa, that's pretty intense and makes me want to see the movie. So yeah, scanners, pretty horrifying, but, while still minimalistic. As above, so below. Very average movie. But actually, this poster tells you everything you need to know about it, and I don't know. It's like a modern art masterpiece to me. Oh, maybe that's a bit much, but yeah, it's good. Good poster. Decent movie. And then we come to my favourite poster of all time, Them. The movie's actually fantastic too, but just look at this. This is my idea of a dream poster. I want to get this and get it framed, because I just think this looks phenomenal. And yeah, I recommend checking the movie out too. Didn't think this video would go on so long. Apologies. See you tomorrow.